key way to enjoy your marriage is that you have to understand love languages. What did I say? Say it loud and clear. You have to do what? You have to understand love languages. There is something we call love languages. And love languages simply refer to the ways through which your partner, your spouse, understands love. Love language is the ways through which your spouse understands love. It is important that you learn to love somebody the way they want to be loved. Let me say it again. Learn to love your husband or your wife the way they want to be loved. If the way I want to be loved is for Papa to be buying me flowers and opening the door for me, I would have communicated it and he would have shown it to me. But there are other things that are uppermost in my life, all right? There are other languages that I believe that speak better. And he's meeting those things, and that is why he's able to speak what? My love language. It's simple. There is a way I will communicate to you. How many of you can translate what I just said? I know you are smart people, right? I know you are very smart, right? So I want you to translate what I have said in English. Are you ready? Are you ready? All right. Swalika baswaneni. What did I just say? Huh? What did I say? Interpret it in English. Many of you are showing that kind of love to your spouse, speaking the wrong language that they cannot interpret. So in your mind, this is me loving my wife by buying bags of rice, buying bags of beans, buying oporoko, buying what else? Crayfish, and mangala. And you assume that automatically your wife will say, wow, he loves me. But those things are not your wife's love language. So somebody might say, I've been hearing Mama talk about flour, and you go and buy flour for somebody that does not even know the value of flour. She will carry that flour and hit it on your head. Say, what is this? Why are you buying me plastic? Because the person does not have what? Value for it. That is how love language is. If you speak the wrong love language, the person you are speaking to will not understand that this is love. Now, believe you me, there is a woman that when you buy a bag of rice, buy a bag of beans, bomo, mangala, mbasa, whatever you call it, if you buy. So, there is a woman that when you buy these things for her, she will believe this is true love. But for everybody, it does not work the same. That is why you have to understand the specific love language of your spouse. There are men that if you cook good food for them, they'll say, hey, you truly, truly love me. But there are some other men, what is most important in their heart is what? Respect. Just respect them. They didn't get a lot of it growing up and they need it. So it's important you understand what is my spouse's love language. And that's why I'll be sharing with you 5 types of love language, so you can decide which one is yours. All right, number 1 love language is called words of affirmation. So that is 3A, right? Words of what? Affirmation. Words of affirmation simply means that this person, the way they feel love is for you to talk to them. So if you're married to somebody like that, you can tell the person, I love you so much. You are the best thing that has happened to me. In fact, when I think about my life, it is incomplete without you. When I count my blessings, one by one, I count you 1,000,000 times. Because you are the only thing that matters to me. You are the sugar in my tea, the only mosquito in my net. You see? So, words of affirmation is important, right? So, this person feels loved when you say nice things about him, when you say nice things about her. This is their own love language. Now, when my love language is words of affirmation, that does not mean that your own will also be the same thing. That is why in marriage you have to understand that maybe if 2 people are married, if your love language is words of affirmation and you are saying words of affirmation to the other person, also know what the other person needs. So the fact that words of affirmation is your own thing does not mean it has to be the thing of your spouse. Does not mean it has to be the love language of your spouse. Do you understand? So when you have somebody whose love language is words of affirmation, what do? you tell him nice things. You tell her nice things. You encourage them. You tell them they are the best thing that has happened to you. That they are your world. That if not that your parents and siblings won't have anywhere else to live, they would have just given you the whole world. Stuff like that, you know. I'll go to the moon and plug the sun for you. All those kind of promises that never really come to pass. Praise the Lord. Now, number 2, love language is called acts of service. Acts of service. When your spouse has acts of service as a love language, it simply means that when you do something for them, they love you more. So, somebody who has acts of service as a love language will love it when you help them wash their clothes. We love it when you help them wash their car. We love it when you help them throw away the garbage. We love it when you cook food for them. We love it when you do what? When you clean for them, when you wash for them, when you do something for them, right? Because it is acts of service. This is how this person feels loved. So when he helps you to do something, like, oh, he loves me. She loves me, because you've seen them do something for you physically. That's called acts of service. Does anybody have love language of acts of service here? All right, I see their hands. Number 3, gifts. So when you have a spouse that has gifts as love language, what do? You have to go and buy things. Just go and buy things for them. Buy and give them things. So once you buy anything and give to them, they can say, truly, truly, he loves me. Truly, she loves me. When they see the gift is equal to love in their eyes, right? Now, another love language is quality time. Quality time. How many of you have that kind of love language here? Somebody's waving her hand for all the love languages. So only 2. Yes. Actually, some people can have 2 or 3 of these love languages. So be careful and know the particular one that suits your spouse. So quality time. Quality time simply means that you invest quality time with this person that you love. So how does he feel love? How does she feel love? When you stay with him, when you stay with her, when you spend quality time with them. Don't this kind of stay with them. Oh. Yes, be talking, I'm hearing you. I'm hearing you. Say I am with you. It's quality time. This is not quality time. If it is quality time, you will shut down the television, you will shut down the phone, you will close the book and the newspaper and spend time with them. You will invest time, because this is how they feel loved. I'm hearing plenty voices in church today, and this is a good is a good one. So when your spouse's love language is quality time, what do you do? What do you do? What do you do? You invest quality time. You don't just spend it. You invest quality time with them. Stay with them. Figure out what it is they are saying. Just invest that time with them. All right? Be there. Be present. Number 5 kind of love language is called physical touch. Somebody say physical touch. Now, when your spouse's love language is physical touch, they want to be touched. They want to be held. They want to be cuddled. They want their hands to be held. And this is important to them. There are people who, they are in love, but they don't like to touch anybody. Right? They don't like to hold hands at all. They don't even like to. So, it's important that you figure out, because if you marry somebody who does not like to touch, it invariably means that the person will not also touch you. The person will not also hold you. And this is important to you. And this is also why that people who are not yet married should also learn. Because if you see your love language being answered in the person that is trying to get married to you, it helps to make up your mind. Like I told you before about the relationship I was in before I met with Papa. Now, this guy did not have time for me unless he had something busy, something interesting or important to him that he needed to do in Oka at Unizik then. Now, but Papa, when I met him, from the first day I met him, we can talk for hours on the phone. And mind you, at that time, there was no booster. I don't know what they call it now. But subscription for airtime was expensive. It was after that time that what they call booster card came out, that reduced and subsidized the price of phone call. Then if you go to a phone booth to make call, it was about 40 naira per minute. So imagine 40 naira per minute and multiply it by the number of times we talked on the phone. And we did not talk night calls, because night calls, they were subsidizing price for night calls then. But it was during the day. And he will call me first thing in the morning, and he'll call me last thing every night. So every morning he'll call me to ask me, hope you slept well, hope you are okay, what are your plans for today? And then at night he will call me again to ask me, what happened today? Did all your plans work out the way you wanted? And believe you me, the calls could be long, very, very long. These calls lasted till we got married. Papa called every morning, every night. And this was important to me, right? Because to me it was what? A love language. Being able to communicate with me on a regular basis. And this was important to me. But in the former relationship, because I didn't get it, I had to quit that relationship. So please, as you decide to marry or hang out with somebody, make sure they are speaking what? Your love language.